On the night of the fox under a blood-red moon, a boy was born marked by silver and ruin. Konoha was trembling, his cry split the sky, and a seal on his belly was his first lullaby. No mother, no father, no name on his door. Walking the alleys where nobody saw. They crossed to the other side, eyes full of dread. Seeing the demon, not the boy underneath. He painted the Hokage faces with red, cause hated was better than ghosted and dead. And ramen alone, smiling at the wall, hiding in laughter, the weight of it all. Ruka was the first who could see through the shell. Gave him a headband, gave him a self. You'll be a shinobi, not by blood, by your fire. And the fox in his stomach growled higher. The seal kept on burning, the promise inside him kept yearning, kept turning. Naruto, son of the wind and the flame, carrying a fox in a vow with his name. Naruto walked alone through the haze, swore he'd be Hokage, rewriting his fate. Datebayo, that was his cry, never backing down till he reached for the sky. Naruto, the legend of the fox in the light, the broken little orphan who battled the night. Yeah. Team 7-3 pathways crossed in the dust. Sakura, the silent and Uchiha to trust. Sasuke ran chasing the shadow of pain. Naruto swore he'd bring his brother again. Jiraiya, the sage, the tongue riding king, taught him the Rasengan fate as a thing. Died with the ring investigating the storm. 6 paths of pain in the devilish form. Naruto walked into a crater of bones. Sage mode awakened, no longer alone. Spoke to Nagato, made him believe. Cause the cycle of hate, only love can relieve. The tide kept on rising, the seal was on fire, the world was at war and the stakes were dire. Naruto, son of the wind and the flame, carrying a fox in a vow with his name. Naruto walked alone through the hate, swore he'd be Hokage and rewriting his fate. Datebayo, that was his cry, never backing down till he reached for the sky. Naruto, the legend of the fox in the light, the broken little orphan who battled the night. And deep in the well at the bottom of his soul, he met with the Kyūbi, unchained and uncontrolled. Reached out his hand to the beast he had feared, and the fox understood the boy never disappeared. Kurama, he called him by his name at last. No longer a monster, no longer the past. And then he screamed up at the sun in the storm, I will become Hokage. That's my ninja way. Born, 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 born. Naruto, son of the wind and the flame, shattered Madara and the fate of the game. Naruto, in the valley of the end he stood tall, faced his brother Sasuke and saved them both all. Datebayo, that was his cry, and the village screamed back as the tears filled the sky. Naruto, Seventh Hokage, the legend, the son, the orphan who shattered the war that he won. On the cliff of Konoha, his face carved in stone, beside his own father, no longer alone. The fox breathes in peace within his chest, and the boy who once cried finally found his rest.